We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our final chat of Nano and our final. Oh, Kelly looks like she's going to cry. Our final word sprint of the night, and so I'm going to get into it pretty quick. Because Kelly has a burrito delivery. It's very important. Today, all of our prompts provided in part by kind of all of us, because I completely forgot that I had to do prompts, are Christmas songs, and somehow they all turned out really creepy, so you're welcome. So prompt 1 is from Baby It's Cold Outside, which is already an extremely creepy song if you look at the lyrics. So prompt 1 is I Really Can't Stay. So your characters need to move from their location. Maybe it's a subtle threat, or maybe it's like, oh crap, we have to get out of here now. However you want to interpret that. And again, like we always say, use it if you like. If it doesn't apply, don't worry about it. Let's go around a little bit before we dive in. And how's it going, guys? How has November gone? We're at the end.
I won today. That was
Yay! You buried the lead.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm just an exhausted heap at this stage. It doesn't feel like a real thing.
It's a victory
That's
burrito, is what
amazing.
you're saying.
Yes. In 6 minutes, Kelly gets a victory burrito.
And not only did you win, you have Act 1 of like 5 books now.
Yeah, you were set for a while.
Yeah, and I'm actually like 3 or 4 of them I'm excited to go back to. So
Yes. I kind of like the idea of like doing a bunch and then being like, which one sticks out to me the most?
well,
Really
my
cool.
husband and I tend to do these pilot nights where like usually for New Year's we'll like watch the pilot episodes of a bunch of different TV shows and then pick which one we want to watch next. So this kind of felt like that.
Really cool.
I'm like, I'll just watch the pilot and see which book I want to write.
I'll just write the pilot.
I love
That's
it.
awesome. Anyone else? How did your November go, guys? Also share in the comments as well. Lots of people here. Welcome. We're glad to see you. Please let us know how Nano has been for you.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are like just at the cusp or have already passed it or are using tonight to just bump them over 50,000. So it's going to be exciting.
Whew.
That's
A lot of
awesome.
congratulations later today, I'm sure.
I know for me, I'm very much one of the like didn't get too much done. And I know that a lot of the word nerds are, with me on that. And I think that I'm still pretty optimistic because I feel like I have a lot of words that I wouldn't have had otherwise and actually like a few of them. So
Yeah.
I will say I went through most of Nano thinking that it was 60,000 words, and then Kelly was like, "Hey, I don't think that's correct." I'm like, "This is the Mandela effect," because I swear I remember it being 60,000, but it's been 50,000. I'm still way off the mark, but I started a small rewrite that I'm really enjoying, so I call it a win.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah,
I like-
Oh, go ahead.
Rachel, were
I-
you going to say something? Okay.
I was going to say I nanoed rebelliously and was working on revisions and got to about the 25K word mark equivalent. And yeah, feeling pretty good. I'm kind of at a part in revisions where I'm like, is any of this good? But I know some of it is. But so I have just kind of been relaxing for the last little bit of Nano, kind of regrouping, but feeling good. These write-ins have been very helpful because I would not have gotten any
Same.
writing done
Yeah.
without them.
We got lots of people chiming in on the comments to say that they're like 2,000 to 4,000 words away. You guys are doing awesome. That's so exciting. A few people have actually hit 50,000 words. Congrats, guys. You were all amazing. I figure we'll start at the 40. And again, if you didn't catch the prompt, we're doing all Christmas music themed prompts. And this one is Baby It's Cold Outside. Your character needs to get out, essentially. I think, Megan, you put it in the...
I
There,
just did, yeah.
perfect. We are good. We got 1 minute.
Have
We
you won,
have a-
Kyra?
Yes, I won a couple days ago.
Yeah, I thought so.
We have a couple people saying like, "Hey, thanks so much for like doing the prints. They've been really helpful." Stephanie Zello says that they will miss them. We do sprints not as often during the rest of the year, but we do sprints year round, usually at least once a month. So we usually wait
I
till
think there's going to be more in the future,
Yeah.
starting in the new
Yeah.
year.
Yes.
So like
we usually wait till later to bombard you with the please like and subscribe.
Yes.
But,
But
we're
Since you
doing
brought it up,
yeah.
If you want to get notified when we do have a sprint, subscribing and hitting the bell is the best way to get a notification. The banner.
Look at that
Yeah.
editing. Wow.
Wow.
Flawless.
So we are at the 40. So for the first one, do we want to do the 20, let's say?
Yeah.
Awesome.
20 minutes, you mean?
20 minutes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
yes. And go. And time. How did it go, everyone?
Not so bad. Scrivener tells me that I did 525 words, but I don't believe it.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's like definitely
great.
the best sprint I've had all month.
That's awesome.
Yay!
I ate a burrito and started doing this.
Oh no!
Also
Yes.
important.
This is where I wish that we were all closer to each other because my secret talent is I'm really good at undoing knots.
No, it's
So like
crochet.
I'll
I'm
just
not a
fly
good
over to you and then like oh you're trying to
Don't
untangle
undo
something.
Unintentional.
Can't bad at crochet, you do it, you do it.
I will undo all of it.
I love that though. I'm nodding on purpose.
I'm just stand at like the end of like at the bottom of your chair and just start undoing it while you can.
It's like write or die, but for crochet.
Faster. Mine went much better than usual because I actually sat down pre-chat and wrote everything that was going to happen in the scene, like in the next page. So actually wrote stuff.
Nice. I'm reading. Like I said earlier, not writing for the rest of November. So I'm reading and I read 20 pages. This has taught me that I read one of these pages per minute. Because every time we stop, I've read exactly as many pages as we had minutes.
Yeah. I'm not
Interesting.
nanoing, but I'm using this time to do some work, so it was good. I got some other writing done, and now I'm working on editing a video. So productivity is still happening over here at the Sargent household.
I was thinking that from what someone said in one of the comments of like they'll miss this because they only usually write during Nano. Of like when we do these, you do not have to be writing. Like especially during like COVID and quarantine and stuff, we've done a bunch of like kind of work parties during the day where a bunch of us are just doing our jobs and some of us are writing, and you should still join us. It's still fun.
Yes.
Maybe we should do like a
Definitely.
a craft in or something. One of these days.
Like that. We did that a little while
Yeah, I
ago.
think it
I
last
still
year.
have the chain in my closet that I made that was like 50 feet long. Yeah.
It's just a rope. We have some awesome word counts in the comments. Melody Pond 101 joined halfway through and still got 239, which is awesome. Naomi Brookins got 642. Ellen Porter got 618, and Griswold 306. Misty Kate 193. Oh, sorry, everything's going very fast. Persis Yoder has 321, which is good because they've been feeling stuck recently.
And Griswold backs the craft in. So between our read-ins and our craft ins, 2021 is going to be an eclectic year, I think.
Excellent. More variety is good. And Kylie Book says, anyone on Wattpad? If you are on Wattpad, put it in the comments. I am on Wattpad as E. Latimer Writes, I think. It's been a long time since I've been on there, but I have a million stories on there. So yes. I think a few of the word nerds were on there at some point or are on there.
I am sure I have stuff on there.
I deleted my account, so I'm no longer on there.
That would be a smart thing for me to do.
Rachel,
I know what I'm doing.
that's how we met, right? Like,
Yeah.
because of Wattpad. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
weird.
was-
I forget about that all the time. Yes.
Yeah, it was Erin was going to I followed her on Wattpad and she put out a notification like, oh, hey everybody, I'm not going to be writing for the next week because I'm going to be at a conference. And then I found out the conference was very near where I lived. So I was like, I messaged her being like, can I meet you? And she's like, yeah, sure. Like, come on over to the convention center. And we had coffee in between some of the panels. And the rest is history.
That is so weird and cool.
awesome.
And I don't know why I forgot that was a thing. But yeah. Thank you, Wattpad.
yeah, right?
I figure we will. Sorry,
We
what?
did have another question. Someone asked for dialogue tips. It got kind of buried in the awesome.
I
notebook.
have it.
Yes. Read it out loud.
It's right down below. Does anyone have any good tips on dialogue?
Listen to how people speak in real life and then adapt it. You don't necessarily want all the ums and ahs that real people do, but you also don't want people, you know, if they're not flowery people, to sit down and have long, flowery, eloquent, you know, conversations, depending on who they are as a character, of course. You kind of want to meet somewhere in the middle.
I also, just in terms, not in terms of like stylistically how to do dialogue, but just in terms of like deciding what they're even going to be talking about. I like to, anytime I sit down to write dialogue, like either what am I learning about the characters or the world or the plot from this, so that it has a purpose. Or conversely, like what do I need to know about the plot, character, or world? And that's what they're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the best kind of dialogue, often you can tell who's speaking, even if they don't get a dialogue tag, because everyone has their own mannerisms and catchphrases. And
that has always been harder for me to, like, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I feel like if you write down just all things different word nerds have said during the chat, it would be difficult to figure out who said what for the most part.
Mhm.
But if you can pull it off, it's great. But I always put so much pressure on myself to try to do that. And sometimes you can overdo it, trying to go too far in the wrong direction. So
no,
with
that's
a grain
true.
of salt.
Yeah.
In the comments, Stephanie says to read more plays. That will help with dialogue. And like,
And
yeah, I guess if you're like a
screenplays.
screenwriter, you're a playwright, like you need to know your dialogue
That's
really
smart.
well.
If you Google like TV screenplays, there's this website that has a huge database of them, and I love reading those because dialogue is not something that comes naturally to me. So it's something that I feel like I'm always consciously trying to get better at. I'm also a big fan of using what is not said as a way of like conveying the character voice, because very rarely does every person in the room say exactly what they're thinking, unless it's like a fight and everyone is mad at each other. It's extremely unlikely that everyone's going to say exactly what they would want to say or say it as eloquently as they would want to say it. And so looking at what happens on either end of the dialogue, like does your character think something and then say something different, because that tells you about how their mind works. Do they say something that sounds chill, but then like their hands tighten around their glass, so it like conveys, oh, they want you to think that they're chill, but they're not. Keeping an eye on those things. That's what I have the most fun with, at least.
Allison Jacob wants to know what's the name of the TV dialogue site.
I'll get it.
There's another question in here somewhere about there we go. Naomi Brookins asked for tips on making detailed outlines or storyboarding, and a couple people have seconded that, being like, I need help making this make sense.
I do have a full video on it's called Outlining During Nano, on the channel. I think it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And then also I've linked my Instagram below, because I'm literally going through that process, like step by step, and like laying out how I do it. Mileage may vary, of course, but I do a very, very detailed outline. I know other people do it differently.
Yeah, I think there's a couple people on even our channel who have done various ways that they outline or they clean up or they, like whatever. So
we have
definitely check out, just, put that into the search bar. I'm sure there's plenty that will come up.
Yeah. And it's great hearing like everybody's different like methods of attack, because what I started doing way back in the beginning of the channel, and I did a couple of videos like detailing the beat sheet. And while I still use the beat sheet, I use it very differently now. So I used to be like, I need to plot every single thing that happens. Whereas now it's like, okay, I'm going to plot in chunks, because I tend to write myself in corners too. I highly recommend beat sheets too. Yeah.
Megan just posted a link to all of our plotting videos. We have many. Do we want to start at the 10?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's our next slightly creepy prompt?
Yeah, our next prompt is also creepy. Fun. You better. It's another holiday song with an unintentionally creepy message. So this one is Santa Claus is coming to town. That's the song, and the prompt is, you better not cry. Your character has to hold in their emotions. So yeah, very creepy song.
I love how like these were supposed to be like wholesome holiday songs, and we just made them super dark.
I feel like they're pretty dark on their own, to be honest. Like he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. No, thank you.
Yeah, we could have gone darker.
That's true.
It
We
would have
sure
been
could
much
have.
darker. All right. So we are at the 10. So we'll go for another 20 and check in at the whatever Megan puts on the screen. Yeah, at the 30. Math. And time. I almost missed it because I got caught up in this. How did everyone do?
I got 427. Still a good run. I'm having a good night.
I was gonna say, speaking of having a good night, there's a few people in the comments who had just hit 50K. So congratulations, everybody!
Round of applause.
Congrats, Andrew and Amy.
I was thinking during
Amazing.
chat, like
Hell
next year
yeah.
during Nano, I'd love to get like a winners board for our community, and like as people win, we could like put their names up.
That would be
That's
so
a great
cool.
idea.
I love that.
I would
Mhm.
never be on the board.
Write that down.
Remind me in like 9 months, and I'll work on it.
I need a.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll put it in task lists.
There you go. We'd have to have a
Totally good.
participation badge too.
Yes.
We have some awesome word counts here. Joy Rosales got 656. Colin Settle, it just jumped up. Sorry, I lost
Anyway.
you, Colin.
But you wrote words.
You wrote words, and Griswold got 429. Stephanie Zello got 728. Andrew Walker 317. Jenna 889. Lots of people saying congrats. You guys are awesome and supportive. It keeps jumping up.
Oh, I see there are some people who are like, I need 300 to go. I need 500 to go.
So close.
Yes.
Kaylee Book says, do you guys do live write-ins when it's not Nano? We do. Subscribe
Yes.
and click the bell and you will get a notification of when we go live. We plan to do them more
We do.
in the coming year,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, typically we do one a month, but our plan for 2021 is to introduce a few more. Not as many as we do in November, obviously,
A
because
lot.
this was a lot of write-ins.
Yeah, usually we
But
do.
definitely, we
Also, the
still
fact
do
that you just said
write-ins.
2021 just like shocked me out of my brain.
1998.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So usually we do live chats every Sunday. One of those is typically a write-in, and then the rest of the month we'll either be talking about writing or something writing or publishing related, and then occasionally do like a book club or a movie night or a game night. But most of our live chats fall somewhere in those 3 categories.
Just subtle
Amazing
advertising.
Yes.
Please
know
like and
that-
subscribe.
I know that a lot of us really like these word sprints, and sometimes on the weekdays, I think we want to start doing them a little bit more for our regular featured videos. Let's swap that out. So we'll also be having kind of like a variety of times of the day and of the week/weekend. So yeah, should be good going into the new year. Lots of you guys are like so close. Kate Lyons got 845 left. Colin Tuttle has 385 left. You guys are so close. You're gonna do it. You can do it. Do we want to go with one last 10-minute sprint at the 35 maybe?
Sure.
Good. I'm like scrolling up to try to figure out AR's usual word count of like they really want to finish, get to 50K during this write-in. I'm like, is 10 minutes going to be enough? I don't know.
Well, you stop once you get off of the live chat. So our last and final prompt is the Christmas song is Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And so somebody is announcing something big. And Megan has put something good, but it's up to you.
I couldn't remember the word.
Could be something terrible, could be something good, but they're announcing something that is a big, huge deal, essentially. And again, use the prompt if it works for your story. If it doesn't, absolutely no worries.
We had Joe Glenn asked, this is my first Nano in a long time. Is there still a word count verifier? I don't think so.
I looked for it today.
No, it's
Not find it.
gone.
Oh,
It just takes your word for it. I believe they didn't have it last year either.
Which is fair because like you could verify. It's really all just
yeah.
makes it feel official, but
I like seeing the verification, but at the same time,
I always got stressed because sometimes it wouldn't match what was in my doc.
Oh, I see.
Because it would like count hyphenated words
Yeah.
differently or something.
Mm.
Ugh. Okay, so we're at the 35. So we're going to go for one last 10-minute sprints. Check back in at whatever Megan has on the banner. The 45. And time.
Megan, Gesundheit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not that I was just sitting here for the last minute waiting for the timer to end.
Watching you read.
10 more pages.
How did it go?
I'm trying to get into another project again after doing Nano, and it's a very, very different project because I nanoed a YA rom-com, and this is like it's still YA, but it's sci-fi with very murdery characters. So my brain is still shifting gears a little.
I have not learned my lesson apparently and spent most of the time looking up last names. What I need to do is just make a list and hang it up so I don't do this to myself, but haven't done that yet.
Looks like Colin crossed the finish line.
Yay!
Congratulations.
If there's anyone we missed celebrating for, I'm very, very sorry.
Please
We're
let us
Oh my
still
know.
super proud of you.
Janice
Yes.
needs 18 more words. So close.
Oh my gosh.
Do it now.
Do it now. We'll wait.
I'll just sit here.
We're just all going to sit here and stare at you.
Yeah.
Words. You guys are doing awesome.
Naomi made it past 50K. Yay!
Don't forget to save your work.
Yeah.
Save.
Yeah. Hit that save button. Jenna says, "Oh my God, please don't." What? You don't like the pressure? Okay, fine. Save your work.
Save your work, please.
Yeah, I've been there before. Don't let the moment pass without saving your work.
Mary just hit 49K. You're so close.
Oh, so close. Definitely reward yourself tonight, guys. Get yourself chocolate or a cookie or a whole cake.
No
Or
matter what
taco.
that final word count was.
Reward
Celebration
burrito.
burrito went very well for me. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if you
reward
need our
yourself.
encouraging words, we have more word sprints that we've recorded over the years. So you can just go to our
Yeah.
channel and check out us from, like last week.
Yeah, absolutely. There's lots of people that actually go back and watch our older ones and sprint along with us. So if you get to the end of this one and you still have 1,000 words left or whatever, definitely tap into an old one and sprint for a few more sprints, however much you need. So we'll always be there for you, even if we're not live. Stephanie Zella says, "I had a celebration hot chocolate when I won." That sounds
Ooh.
really good.
That sounds like a great idea. Even though
I
I
might do that tonight.
Yeah, I'm like, I finished editing my video. So
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
have a celebration hot chocolate. That's a great plan.
Yeah.
Melody Pond is going to have celebration sushi.
Oh, that's my
I
kind
like
of
that idea
celebration right
too.
there.
I want that too.
I think I have
Hot
to
chocolate.
make that.
Kylie Book says, "I reward myself too often." Same.
I know there's
Do it
like that
anyways.
trick or something to like make yourself. I think it's like a studying trick where like you put candy every like a couple paragraphs or something to like make you do. And I just be like,
Helen was doing that.
and then just like,
Yeah, why do I need to flip the page and slide it all?
I'm not the
into my
boss of
hand?
me.
Ooh, pasta. I haven't had
Celebration.
dinner yet because the timing worked out so that I either was going to have a really early dinner or a really late dinner. And I wasn't on top of things and have an early dinner. So I'm hungry. And these rewards all sound wonderful.
Yeah, I have been snacking on cashews, but yeah, I'm the same. I'm reading everybody's like sushi and hot chocolate. And I'm like, you guys are making me real hungry.
Yeah, I have to go make dinner too. And my time zone, it is prime dinner time.
Yeah, same. So does anyone have any final thoughts or questions we missed?
Andrew's thought was pretty good that I guess he's been watching a million old write-ins, and there are 2 other ones from the last day of Nano. So if you want the same
Yeah.
energy,
Oh, the same
Yes.
vibe.
Mhm.
I don't know if the last one's like, yes, please like and subscribe. Again. Subscribe and hit the bell. I don't know if our last day of Nano ones are like hyped. Like this one feels like a high energy chat where I don't know as like our last ones were similarly high energy or like
I think we
tired.
usually manage the high energy because I am tired now, but it's still exciting.
True. Yes. And I like this idea like of cheering on people when they tell us that they hit 50K. And
I lost who said it. Someone said you should do this for homework, and I wasn't sure if they meant like these sprints, which you could totally do for homework, or like the personal shame of we'll sit here and make sure you do your homework.
stare at you to make sure
I'm
you
very
get your
good at being judgmental. Like I'm really good at it.
particular.
And yeah, a
challenge.
bunch of the word nerds do homework on these sprints all the time. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
True. And Ellen Porter is going to go make dinner. And I think some of us are also going to go make dinner. So we're going to wrap things up. Good job, guys. Thank you for coming. I'm impressed at how many of you are still like hanging in there and knocking this out of the park. And you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming. And again, if we haven't said it enough, please like and subscribe. If you enjoy this content, we'll be doing a lot more word sprints in the coming year.
and we have a live chat on Sunday all about what to do now that Nano is over.
Yes.
So
Yes.
definitely that as well.
Yes. Yeah. So please tune in for that. And then we're going to have, I think, a party in 2021 or something goal planning party or
Yeah, that's what we'll open.
I don't know what this means.
That's a
but-
lot. Party.
Party. And we have
Oh,
a
Jenna did it! Yay, Jenna!
Yay! That's why we had to stick around a few more minutes so we could celebrate. And then we had a hiatus, right? Coming up
Well,
soon.
we have book club.
Okay, right. We have book club.
2 more Sunday live chats, then hiatus for 3 weeks.
Awesome. Okay. So thank you guys for coming, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.